Hello everyone, it's Rachel here. Today I'm going to be showing you how I work with single-sided papers. In this case they are digital printable ones. I got these from Calico Collage. I've bought from her before and I really liked them, so I got a new set for Christmas because I already had purchased some of the Stamperia Christmas paper pads. Well, actually I just got one, and they were very traditional colours, and I always work with traditional green and red in my Christmas journals, just because that's the only thing that gives me the sort of Christmas feeling, really. So this bundle was huge and I loved it, and I've printed some of the papers out. My printer's low on ink at the moment, but I just wanted to have some to play with. So I'm just going to show you what I do with them when they're single-sided, because what I don't want is to have that stark whiteness in my journal. And if you've tried before, you'll know that general printer inks, that's inkjet printer ink, does run if you get it wet. So I won't be doing any tea dyeing, and even if you sort of paint it onto the back, it doesn't really work. I've tried that before, so I've decided that I'm just going to use these to make some pockets, some pocket pages. So what I do have here is a pile of various tea-dyed papers. I'm going to use this one first because I can cut this one down a little bit because I printed it in a smaller size. So all I'll be doing is backing it onto there, but I'll be leaving space to add pockets. So let's just get the sizing right first, and I think what I'll do is cut them down at the same time. Got the paper trimmer. Now the thing to be careful with is that the tea-dyed paper is wrinkled, because obviously it's been wet. So I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll measure it for once in my life. So that's 23 millimeters or 8 inches by 26.2 centimeters. Sorry, I've just confused anyone there. You don't need to know what size my papers are. So that was 203 millimeters. Just measure that and trim it down. Okay, so I don't want it to be that size. So what I'm going to do is make the backing paper the size that I do want it to be. So I can cut that, and then I'm going to cut this chunk out as well. So I'm not doing any measuring right now, I'm just straightening up. And then what I can do is just figure out how that's going to go. So I need to match the widths, so some needs cutting off the larger piece. What size was it? 261 we'll call that. 261 millimeters, or 26.1 centimeters. I don't know. Something like that. Yep, and then we just need to cut down. Sorry, I'm a bit all over the place, aren't I? So today I'm very pleased to be using my new lighting setup. And when I say setup, I mean it's a single ring light that I've put above me. I've tied it onto my camera stand with a piece of string, so it's no technical setup, but hey, it's going to do the trick. Right, if you had a decent paper trimmer which doesn't fray all of your edges, then you could have just cut them down at the same time. But now I've got two pieces the same size. And what I'm going to do with this one, I think, is to make like double side loading pockets. So all I'm going to do is take my glue, which hasn't had the cap on for the whole day. Let's see if it's going to run. No, it needs poking. I might have it going here. So I'm going to do a stripe down the bottom edge. Should have done the top first. Stripe down the top edge. And a stripe down the approximate middle. I'm going to make that a little bit wider. And then we will be able to insert tags into this edge. So any overlap can be trimmed or inked to match. And then what I'll do is just get my inking mat out, and then I'm going to ink around. I'm being quite gentle with it being paper rather than card. I don't want it to split or to wrinkle up at this point. And there we go. And then I want to crease it down the middle to make the page to go inside the signature. And then I'm going to do some thumb notches. And see if this punch can get through all thicknesses. 1, 2. Just trying to make that a little bit deeper. No, that one needs to be deeper. That's always the way. Okay. So there we have it, and it doesn't look too bright, does it? You just go straight into be a journal page. Now what I may do is stitch around the edges, just because when you look at it like that it's quite plain. Not that there's anything wrong with it being plain, but sometimes I just like to add something, and I feel like it gives it a bit of extra stability as well. So you'll just have some tags sticking out of those. Right, for the next one, so this is from a lined exercise book, and I'm going to fold this first. Just because with this one, with it being torn out of an exercise book, it's already got the centre crease. So I'm going to match that up with the crease that I've just made. And then I'm going to glue that down entirely. So no, shall I do a pocket page? Oh yes, because it's larger, what I'm going to do, just had this idea at this moment, is I'm going to glue 3 edges Sorry, 2 edges. 1 and 2. Now what I should have done is notched the thumb hole before I added the glue. And then I'm going to close that. If I can do it without getting glue everywhere. No, I can't. Should have known. Because I haven't folded that straight. Just drag it down a little bit and then it can be trimmed afterwards. And then stick that down. And then I'm going to leave this page. Am I? Yeah, so that the backing paper's poking out. And then we can slip a big journal card in there. So do that with both sides if you're doing this. Or you can just stick one side down and have one as a pocket. Again, I've put the thumb notch in at the wrong time. It's a bit off centre as well, isn't it? Let's just take it deeper. Oh, what a nightmare. Come on, Rachel, get your act together. Can't blame myself too much though, because it was a bit of an experiment, this idea. And then I'm using scissors to trim this. Am I? Yeah. Because I don't mind if I take a little slither off. I always say slither. Sliver. Off the edge of the design paper. Done it again, haven't I? Why do I do this? So we'll get my, where's my ruler? So I can straighten that up. Okay, so that's looking good. Right, I've changed my mind. I don't like that top bit hanging out. So again, I'm going to use the craft knife and take that top edge off. Where have I put it? I just had it a second ago. Kind of gone far. It's because the bag that it was in is also grey, so I was struggling to find it against the grey background because of the silver pen knife, craft knife. That's better, I like it more when it's neatened up. There we go. And then there's some faint lines on that side, so it'll be nice to do a bit of writing on there. some journaling space. Let's add that to the booklet. Look how nice that looks together. Brilliant. Next one. So you could just back these onto each other if you wanted. But for this I am going to use, how many signatures am I having in this book? I think I'll do 4. I'll do these separately. No, that's too small. Got some plain paper. Yep, that's cool. So I'll trim that down to size to match. Okay, let's measure it. Is it the same size as the other? 23 by, well, 203 rather, by 285. And what was this? 20.3, 203 rather. Take it off. Okay. Right, now for this one, we're just doing a large side loading pocket. With thumb notches at the sides. I'm going to fold that first. Okay, all of the others are folded outwards, haven't I? So this one I'll fold the opposite way so that the design is to the inside. Gorgeous. I'm over the moon with those papers. And then this one, because it's just one direction, I think I'm going to do is just fold that up like so. And then we're going to treat those as pockets. So I'll take that edge off. just going to ink that off the page because I want the lip of the pocket to be inked. I'll fold it first. And then we can stick those up. There's one side and then the other side. And because it's really starkly contrasting between those two, I don't need any thumb holes to guide you to the pocket. But what I am going to do is just take off this edge. I remember when I first started the card making and I didn't have a paper trimmer, I just used to cut everything by hand like this. That's probably the age of this craft knife, to be honest, because I don't remember buying one since starting journaling. I am aware that I've just done that on my inking mat and I've committed to it now. Let's just hope it doesn't come through. Yes, that was the end of the inking mat, never mind. And also I've torn some of that, but not to worry, that'll heal up with a spot of ink. And then that can go inside as well. But I'm going to wait till that dries because of that bit. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching. See you again next time for another video. Bye!